My name is Melanie and I'm in the Family 150 class, and this is my career profile. As I was researching for this assignment, I wanted to find jobs where I could work with children, and in my research I came across this job. It's a child life specialist, and basically what that is it's a person who typically works in a hospital setting. They can work in clinics or doctor's offices, but typically they work in a hospital setting, and it is their job to help ease the stress and anxiety that children may feel who are in the hospital for various reasons, such as illness, or they may be there for surgery. But basically it's the child life specialist's job to help ease them through that process and help them to feel better and be able to go through their difficult situation. The working environment, as I said, you're working in a hospital typically, and the hours seem to be a 9-to-5 schedule. However, there is some need for flexibility, as you may have to work earlier or later, depending upon your patients and what their needs are, and you may at times have to work on holidays as well. So that was something to take into account. I think one of the biggest stressors with this job that I could see was that you're dealing with kids who are sick and who are really struggling families that have a lot of stress on them. And I think that in turn can emotionally affect the child life specialist as well. It also seemed that with this job you had to be able to multitask. You've got a lot of things going on at the same time. You might have multiple patients and people that you're dealing with, and so you really need to be able to kind of work under that pressure as well. I think another stress with this job is that you need to be really upbeat and positive in light of some difficult situations that your patients are dealing with. And also you need to really be able to communicate well with your patient and with their families. So those were some of the stresses that I could see. The benefits seem pretty straightforward. You would have vision, dental, health insurance through your employers. Some of the common job tasks that you would have, a child life specialist would typically play with children and in the hospital, and you would also need to discuss the child's prognosis with them and with their parents. You need to provide support not only for the child, for your patient, but also for their families, their parents and siblings as well. And you need to be an advocate for your patient and be able to communicate with the healthcare workers for them as well. Also, you'll be providing coping techniques, and again, your job is to alleviate the stress and anxiety that they may be feeling. The educational requirements: you can do this job with a bachelor's degree. You do need a certification. It's through the Child Life Council, and as you're doing this job, there's also an internship. It's a 480-hour requirement for that. The salary range was about starting at around $38,000, and more experienced salary range was around $42,000. It seems like this job could be very rewarding, but it could also be very draining, and there's potential for burnout. And the other issue that I found with this job is that not all hospitals hire child life specialists, and so you might need to be willing to relocate to find a job. So that's something to check into and kind of see what your city has to offer. Overall, I think this is an interesting job. I think there's great potential to make a difference in the lives of these children. So that was a child life specialist.